Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yoki Man here, and welcome to the end of season review. It was, if you didn't see it, go back and watch the European. Even if you just watch the last match in that episode, 4 live comms in one episode is ridiculous. But even if you just go back and watch the last match, insanity. I've not had a game like that for a long time. I was sweating quite a bit. I've taken a little brief break, and we're going to do the end of season stuff. Right, guys, so end of season awards, as expected. Busquets did get fans player of the season. He also got young player of the season. He was superb. Signing of the season was Serrano, and it wasn't Nassi. Now, I think it probably would have been Nassi if Serrano hadn't had such a great end to the season for us. He really was fantastic. It was really nice to see. Yeah, it's interesting. Javi Espinosa's up there as well, and so is Giovanni Truppi. We had a decent season, and considering those injuries towards the end, I mean, Busquets didn't even get to play in that final game as well, so I think we did well. Let's go and look at the season review. Obviously, against Emmen, that is one for us to forget. And match of the season was beating William or Willem. We're going to do that for the entirety of the save, so get used to it. Average attendance was 94% full, so that's pretty decent. Also, we reached the semi-final of the Cup and finished 6th, and then won the Euro Cup. If you haven't, just please go back and watch the European playoffs. They were insane. I'm going to mention it a lot because it was unreal. And 4 live comms, 1 episode. Ridiculous. I'm a madman. But still, the way the games went... God, you just could not. But yeah, we used 26 players, the joint third highest. That's probably a lot of that's down to injuries, I think, to be honest with you. We had a dreadful time with injuries this season. The vision and expectation for next season is a top half finish, which I think we're more than capable of doing, and reach the 4th qualifying round. But I think we could reach the group stage. I'm not feeling that, Mr. Chairman. I feel that we are more than capable of getting group stage. I think a team of our stature should get group stage. Now, that's all going to depend on getting favourable draws, but yeah, I think we can achieve it. If you're wondering why this stuff has already been done, end of season break and whatnot, on the Manager of the Year shortlist, our goalkeeper came 3rd in the Goalkeeper of the Year, did Drommel. He had a pretty decent season. I quite enjoyed it. But the reason that happened is, for some strange reason, the recording software I use, OBS, just stopped. It just stopped recording. It started. I've got the first 40 seconds you've got of this episode. That's what I was recording, and it just stopped at 43 seconds. I don't know. The recording software just went, no, you're not doing this one. Redo it. I don't know why, but oh well. So yeah, Goalkeeper of the Year, but Drommel is in there. Also, we've got some contracts expiring. I'm not going to worry about them. I'm probably going to do them off camera. The big one for me now is looking out for the budgets. Okay, this is an interesting one. Ignacio with 12 goals for FC Twente. It's a new team record. So they've never really, this surprises me. I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate. But 12 goals in a season as a record is... I'm not impressed. I want like a 20-goal a season striker easily. I think this could be a little bit broken, guys, because it also says Aitor's 9 assists is a new team record. So I think maybe they're just new team records because of that. 7 man of the match could be with Busquets. He really, honestly, guys, we need to figure out a way to have this man back again. Hopefully they loan him to us. If they don't, he's out of contract. He's going to be out of contract. I'd pay him whatever money he wants. Hopefully, if he does go out of contract, we'll go in for him. You see here as well, Joe Drommel setting the 10 clean sheets. So I think maybe they're not official records. I'm not sure. Right, so the monthly financial report says we're only secure. I've got a B rating. I mean, I feel like I should have got better than a B rating considering what we achieved this season. Oh, he looks good. Only 400k compensation, but I can't sign anybody yet because they've still... yet to give me the budgets. Why have I not got the budgets? Yeah, no budget has been set yet, and we're in June now. The window opens very soon. Unless they're not going to set a budget, and this is what we've got, and then I'm really worried. Right, guys, now it's time for the Golden Boot, which I do believe is probably just best player of the season. I'm not sure. Maybe assist. I don't think it can be. No, it's not assists or goals. Maybe it's just best player of the season. And Oriol Busquets came 3rd, so I'm really happy about that. They're all midfielders, though, so I'm not really sure what it means with the Golden Boot situation. Maybe it's the highest average rated player. I'm not sure. It's not very clear. What Golden Boot usually I would imagine would be top goal scorer, but apparently it's not. And this is really good news. Dutch Young Player of the Season ahead of two extremely big talents, Calvin Stengs and Badu. Busquets won it. Honestly, boys, he had such a good season for me. 31 appearances, 4 goals, 3 assists, average rating of 7.34. It's going to be really difficult without him. Life without him is going to suck. Right, guys, just so you all know, Ten Hag won Manager of the Season at Ajax. We weren't even in the top 3, which is a bit of a surprise. I really think we overachieved. I think we had a really good season. I don't even know why we're not even in it, but oh well. Right, guys, the moment we've been waiting for. We have all the financial fair play stuff coming through, so the commercial summary is here. And as expected, actually, the club has made a tidy profit in every area. We now had a new TV deal, so better sponsorship. We got better broadcast revenue, better corporate and hospitality, better competition prize money, of course, because we did well in competitions. So, yeah, we've actually gone up. So, the new budget is... it's exactly what I expected. Exactly what I expected. They've put the wage budget at 180k and the transfer budget at 2.89 million. I did say I expected it to be about 2 or 3 million, I think, in an episode very recently. So that does leave us, though, let's be realistic, it leaves us with 86.46k in the wage budget and 2.89. And we can change that, can't we? So we could give ourselves more transfer money to be realistic. But I'm going to sign youngsters anyway. I'm not going to worry about this. I'm not going to worry about the wage budgets and how much money we've got, guys, because we're going to go for young players again. I'm going to go for regens, for young Dutch players. They're the kind of players we're going to go for, and free transfers. I knew in the first few seasons that would be the case. There's a reason by when you look at this scout player of players I'm scouting, look at the ages. We're going to use add-ons. We're going to use whatever means possible to get the players in, of course, because in the future we're going to be a bigger club and the players will probably sell on for huge amounts of money anyway, regardless. We're also going to get money back as well. We also have, they're going to be our own loans this time. So I think we're going to do better just all round with the squad building in terms of transfers. Not that I was massively unhappy with last year's squad, but they're going to be more catered towards what I think positionally we need. All right, guys, so while we're on the subject of the squad, let's do the squad overview just to round off this episode. I do like looking at some stats and some statistics. But instantly, let's just look at players that won't be with us next season. And I pressed the wrong button. I do not know why. I thought you could click from there. Apparently, you can't. We click from there. These are all players we're not going to have next season. Some of them we will look to re-sign. Ethan Laird is one of them. Busquets is one of them. But to be honest with you, maybe Lang as well. I did like Troopy. There's a few players there, but there's going to be plenty on the market. Of players that are our own, if you look at it, I mean, Brahma didn't really play. Emil didn't really play. Zandro did play a little bit as rotation, and when he did play, to be fair, he had a good rating. So maybe we'll pick him up. I haven't decided yet. If I can get him on a really cheap contract, like roughly what he's on now, he might be handy to have around next season. But it was obvious. We had so many players there that were loan players. I mean, what surprises me is Georgie's a 2-year loan. It's a 2-season loan. So I'm really excited to have Georgie again. Now, also in that, it may look like, okay, so you're losing all those players. There's way more players we're going to lose. So if we mark out who we want to get rid of, right? So really, if we're being realistic, Quincy will go. Julio will go. Wasn't very happy with him, his performances. I didn't really like him. Who else will be leaving the club? Let's have a quick look. DeLang will be going. And I think that's probably it. Yeah, that's probably it. So it doesn't actually leave us with that many players. So we need to make some key alterations. Now, the number one thing is all transfer budget is all that will go on young players. We're going to look for good young talent again, like we did with Serrano and Nassi this season. I'm going to do the same again and try and find players of that caliber at a young age that we can get for, decent deals. Apart from that, I want to keep the core of the spine of the team. So that would be really important for us to keep Georgie, Espinosa, and as well keep Busquets. I would love to have that central midfield again last season. They were so good this time round. Also, let's just have a quick look at stuff like appearances. Who had the most appearances for the team? It was actually Sandro, which is surprising. So maybe we will re-sign him. And then Aitor up there. Look at Aitor's value. It took me by surprise a little bit. So did Espinosa's. We're going to have to work hard to keep them because Aitor was very important. I mean, if we look at, especially at the last 5 games, he played well, 6 goals, 9 assists. Let's also look at the goals. Ignacio is, top goal scorer. Then the next top goal scorer, this is what's insane. The next top goal scorer is Serrano and Aitor as well. But it just kind of goes to show that we weren't in abundance of goals. Nasi managed to get himself 4 goals this season as well. And his value has gone up to 2.5 million. It's exciting. I'm excited because I'm excited to see what more, what young players we can bring in and help them grow. But I'm also excited to see how Nasi and Serrano get on next season. But yeah, I'm excited to see what we can do. I do feel like we need another striker, but again, I'm just going to base it all on young players and see how they get on. But anyway, guys, that has been it for not just the overall end of the season stuff. We'll be back with the start of the season. Hopefully we've made some good transfers and we're on track and the team can have another good year in the Eredivisie Season 2. And we'll get the Europa League money, which will be important. It looks like it's going to be hard to maintain because they haven't given us the money really to build the squad. I do think this season is somewhat of a fluke of how well we've done. It'll be interesting to see if we can continue that. But anyway, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the new season. I can't wait. I'm really excited to get pre-season done. It's one of my favourite parts. And then see how the team unfolds as we go forward. Take care, guys.